this is the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. I had a video request to make talk about how I got over alcoholism. And it's pretty simple. I didn't get over it. I just deal with it on a daily basis. But the real thing is I made a decision. I just made a decision. I had enough with the way it was, and it was time to do something new. I was all out of ideas, so I looked to some people for some new ideas. You know, I'd been a writer up until I'd started making YouTube videos. And so basically my whole, most of my life is caught on paper. Just the way I catch it on these YouTube videos. I used to write about it, and so I would write about what was going on in my life, and I wrote a lot about my struggle with drugs and alcohol and trying to get off of them and trying to figure out how to stop drinking and all these things. And I was about 2 years sober, and I started to transcribe my longhand written words and type them into the computer. And so I was typing, and Al's back there riding his bike. I was typing them into the computer, and I was typing from notebooks that were about 5 years before I got sober, and I'm typing it out, and I'm reading the words, and I know who that dude is. It was me, you know, but I'm reading about my struggle to try to achieve sobriety, but I can't. I'm stuck in the loop of it. And so as I'm writing this, I'm looking at this, and I'm going, man, this dude's got 5 more years of suffering in store. You know, like I know where I am on the the timeline, and I know that I've got 5 more years of just struggling. And as I'm typing this, I'm asking myself, why do I have to struggle for 5 more years? Why do I need to keep struggling? And I have this epiphany about a month into this project that the reason I needed to struggle for 5 more years is I didn't want to let go of my mind. You see, I knew that the drugs and alcohol were a problem, but I didn't realize the problem was up here. I thought it was, you know, what I put into my body. It wasn't what was in my head. And so, oh, you see Al chucking rocks back there? That's nice. I like that. And so I didn't realize that it was what was in my head, and then that I wasn't going to be able to receive any help until I was ready to realize that everything in my head was lies, distortions, misinformation, bad data. And I got a lot of people like hitting me up on this deal and asking how I did it, what I do. And I'll tell you this, man. Everything in your head, if you're struggling with the deal, everything in your head is a lie. Everything. Like we joke about it, me and my wife, that, you know, working with an addict or an alcoholic who's newly sober, it's like, don't believe a word they say, because it's all scrambled data. It's all bad information. So stop relying on your own head. That's how I did it. I started relying on other people. And you know, there's a program out there, and you got to walk in the door yourself, and you can be a coward and stay pickled and stay loaded. I thought that was like being a badass and a tough guy and a warrior and all this stuff. I didn't realize it was being a total coward. And you can judge everybody who's on the other side of that door and say they're not like me and they don't look like me and they don't relate to me and I don't like them. Well, if that's what your mind is telling you and you're going to listen to it, then realize you're listening to bad information, bad data, lies and deception that the alien inside your head is telling you, because you see, what it wants you to do is it wants you to keep drinking. It wants you to keep using drugs, smoking weed, doing whatever you're doing. And I got to be super clear. I got no problem with people drinking and drugging and doing what they want to do. Like, more power to you, dude. God bless you, man. You know, there's a part of me that wishes I could, but I can't, and I don't. And so I don't, because I've used up that game. That game's all over for me. But what made the difference was when I stopped thinking I knew anything about anything. When I actually started to rely on other human beings to tell me I was full of it, man. So that's the secret. That is the total secret to the thing. Is just admit to yourself the uttermost truth that you don't know your ass from your elbow and you're completely lost. See, because if you think you know better than all the people who are doing it, who have achieved some sort of like stability and sobriety and some life, and you think that they're clowns and kooks and weirdos, like, that's great. I used to too, man. I used to think they were all full of it. Well, the only one who was full of it was me. And it was when I finally decided to stop listening to myself that help arrived. And yeah, I asked for help. You gotta ask for help, dude. Squeaky wheel gets the grease, man. We're not mind readers. None of us are mind readers. If you need some help, go ask somebody for help. There's a world full of doors, and those doors have the ability to be found on the internet. I'm not gonna mention what those doors are, but you know what they are. It's an anonymous door. There's your clue. Walk in that door and ask for help. And you know what? You're gonna find a bunch of people like me in there who are gonna be willing to help you, dude. But you gotta make a decision, man. You gotta make a decision. Do you like your life the way it is right now, with a bottle in front of you, or a pill in your hand, or a joint, or whatever it is? Do you like what it's doing for you, or have you had enough? Because if you like what it's doing for you, dude, like, party on, dude. That's all I gotta say, dude. Like, go get one for me, man. But if you're burning down your life and you want to put the flames out, dude, I just told you how to find the fire retardant, man. The fire extinguishers. Stop shooting yourself in the foot. Stop burning down your life, man. Go ask somebody for help. That's it. That's what I did. I asked somebody for help. I stopped thinking. I stopped using this to answer my problems, because this will always lie to me. It will always lie to me. Because that's what really the disease of alcoholism. It's a lie that talks to you and appears to be you, that is in the middle of your head, convincing you of lies, convincing you that bad information is good information, convincing you that you are smarter than it, and it is smarter than you. It's just this vicious cycle of thinking. Stop it. Just go ask for help.
And if I didn't start running when I did, it would have been too late, because
you know, it's right there in your community. It is. It's right there in your community. Stop being it. Don't be a coward. Don't be a coward. Sack up, gut up, labia up, and walk in there and go, I need some help, man. That's what you got to do. That's the illusion. Signing off.